We're joined by Mark Pavlik after a big win against Ohio State. Pav, have to ask you first off, how would you assess your team's play today?
I thought we adapted well. I think the last three matches against Long Beach, Pep, and SC, the serving that we faced and what the guys realized they were in for, we knew that Ohio State could bring heat from the end line too. And I thought certainly through game three, I thought we adjusted to it nicely. And our passers, I can't say enough about them. They gave the offense the ball, and we did a real good job just trying to get some great swings. So right now, with 4 weekends left, all the IVA weekends, if we can continue to work from here and use this as the baseline, I like what we're going to put ourselves in some pretty good situations to win sets over the next 4 weekends.
And Coach, I want to ask you about your passers. Ohio State came out kind of ripping some aces star. Did you make any adjustments, or was it more just settling everyone down?
I think it was a little bit of, hey, let's not show them the same thing all the time, and take some things away from them. But I also think it's just an adjustment, right? You go up to bat and you see 100 miles an hour consistently. Good hitters are going to time it, and I think that's the same thing with good passers. They're going to figure it out too. So more credit to them than anything we would have done from the bench.
Yeah. Coach, your two pin hitters, Sean and Matthew, big night tonight, not only offensively but defensively. Can you just talk about what those two have brought to your team this season?
Sean missed. Both of them are at really some rep deficits over this. They both were injured over the fall and didn't get the full fall experience and the number of swings we got. The good thing is I think they're fresh and they're hitting into the shape I wish that maybe they could have been in January. But every team has their health issues that you got to manage and work around. So, but those two guys, they're long and they compete hard, take great swings, and they're figuring out how to block. Their future is bright.
And Coach, how big is a win like this going into a big conference weekend where you're playing NJIT just for momentum?
I think more importantly than it's probably a win like this coming after the last 3 matches we've been through, just to reinforce the idea that, hey, we're learning, we're getting better. And I think that's what we look at. We don't necessarily look at what we've got coming up over the next 4 weeks. It's who we have next. And, I've said it for a long time. I just want to be 1-0 after our next match.
Coach, 2 final questions before we wrap up here. Match is being played in Pittsburgh. What do you think it means to bring volleyball to this part of the country where people may not be able to see a volleyball match easily?
Well, the great thing about Pittsburgh is the WPIAL is very strong in boys volleyball. People don't realize that Pennsylvania has the longest running state-sanctioned boys championship in the country. We started in 1933, and Pittsburgh area in the WPIAL was huge in getting that started. So we know we have a very sophisticated volleyball crowd here. You look at the crowds that Danny Fisher gets and his Pitt women, and they come in, they understand the game. This was a chance to bring the boys in and get them to watch the guys who they want to be in the next 2, 3, 4 years. So I think that's just part of the growth of the game and acknowledging that we're in a great position here in Western PA for those that love volleyball. I'm trying to reward them to see a match between us and Ohio State. I think is something that we'd like to do regularly.
And Pat, final question. I know you like to keep it about your players, not about you, but what does this match mean for you, having just grown up in this area, being able to come back here and play?
I kind of closed the circle. Back in when I was a junior in high school at Derry Area High School, my high school coach, Rich Shaw, was also assisting Mike Hebert, who had the women's team up here. And, the fall of my junior year, Rich would bring the boys team up to scrimmage the Pitt women. So kind of grew up in the first couple of times I was playing varsity. I was here not in Fitzgerald, but in Trees Hall back in the day. So kind of closed the circle here.